Alright, so we're over at xjoe81x and we're going to take a look at his garage door opener. He's got a video of this rolling. It's old.
Not that old. I want to say like 88 to 91.
That new?
Yeah, because I looked up like 1967.
Whoa.
And then like their version of that had this like on the outside, and this was all like serviceable.
Huh.
So this is like 80 something. Unless there's a timestamp in here. I mean, not for nothing. Look inside. It's like encapsulated.
There's a number on the motor, but I can't read that from here.
It's like, you know, the outside gets dirty, not the inside.
Okay, there's the relay /
So that's
contactor, all that great shit there. I'm gonna climb up here and see.
There's a light on for you if you need to get in there. It looks like the contactor or some kind of contact is right there in front of you. There's a power supply. I don't know what's on top. They said that these rollers, you're rolling? Right.
Yeah.
They said that there's supposed to be rollers on each side. So it hits the contacts on the very top and it tells it to stop going up and down. And that, they say those could fail. But if those fail, that means that that would either go too high and break or too low and break. So I don't think those are broken.
Okay, that's
I
the
think
light.
we're losing power at the capacitor.
Oh, there's 3 wires on it. I only have a 2-wire capacitor here. What is that? That little black thing. It almost looks like there's a toggle switch up in there, but...
Here's a light if you want for your camera. Like you'll come in.
Well, I can't take another step up because my head would hit the ceiling. See this black thing?
Oh yeah.
That looks like a switch.
Yeah. That goes
And
to the capacitor.
Let me get the...
Could be the limit switch on top of the motor.
Oh yeah, I see.
Right.
So I guess they use that for that. Let's plug it back in and you can hit the button. I wanted to test the button as well. The button.
Whoa. That's weird.
Okay. I think it hit the door.
That's fine. That's so weird. Why would that do that?
Oh, probably because we moved it and it's off the limit switch. Yeah.
So it may. Okay, so what I'll do is, you want me to put the load on it, or you want me to shut the door for now?
Let's shut the door and see. Does this have a thing where it knows that it hit something, like the, you know, if it stops?
Yes, the front, it does have it. I'm looking at them right now. Here's the up switch, and then the bottom one is right behind.
No, if it runs into an obstruction, I mean. I would expect it would. That may have been what happened, because if the trolley hit the edge of the door, then it would have sensed that and stopped. So we're going to plug it in again. And you can hit the button, we'll see. You don't say.
Right, no, it's Juno say.
Right, Juno say.
Wait, let me get mine, because this is irrelevant.
Pardon me.
And then next thing you know, you're editing. Okay. Okay, we've taken the sides off. Kind of funny. They made it in 2 separate pieces. They made the belly of it like a oil pan, and they made the 2 sides, which sit like that.
That should be moved
So,
out.
I don't know, whatever. They're all the same screws, they're flatheads. So we got Jay over here. We almost jumped the gun. So we took the sides off. Let's just show you what's inside. We have your typical motor. We have some kind of pulley system. Would that be correct? Correct me if I'm completely wrong. We have a belt.
Pulley and a belt.
That should never wear out because it's nice and thick. We have your Chinametronics, which is
That's a contact block or something.
We have your capacitor that has 3 wires, and right there, Jenny said that's a switch that probably controls everything. I'll try to get this. This is what the top looks like. Perfect view, stay right there. There's a switch, and Just to talk about the door, it is a chain, and these are the switches. I forgot what they called them on the internet. This will go up and down. There's a roller on it, and it will hit the contact up there. There's two contacts that you could see, and it will stop the door at a certain point. And that's that. This one has already hit. You can barely see it, so that's it. So anyway, before we started rolling my videos, we kind of plugged this in, and we got it to the point where the door was up. It kind of touched the door. Jay was, I know he's a little old, but he was quick enough to just unplug it. So now what we did was we hit the button, and it actually went back 2 inches and hit the limit switch. So what we're going to do live is hit this button, and in a perfect world should scroll down to right about here.
It should.
Yes. Now, light turns on because it wants the door to open. This is the switch. It should hit. Shuts the door. Now, that was the problem that I was having with the door on. I hit this 2 or 3 times, and it thermaled out. So what we could do is work it 2 or 3 times. I'll do it on camera, and then we'll just connect the door with the load.
Yep.
2 things. One, it was Octember, and it was just wonky. The weather might have changed, the limit switch might have been too dusty, or there's more to the problem and it's wearing out and doesn't like the load of the door. You guys witnessed firsthand when we plugged it right in, it hummed.
Yep.
What I did off camera is I don't want to touch it so I lose my finger, but what I did was I jostled it.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of this. Oh, see how tight that is now? Feel how tight that is.
Well, I'm going to unplug it before that.
Right, fucking me. Is it?
Yeah, that's how it was before.
But it was loose before.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's very tight now.
Right. Why was it loose? Oh, maybe because the limit switch is locking it?
Possibly something.
Because it was. Okay, so we'll do it 2-3 times.
So we'll,
do me a favor, plug it into the other plug, the black plug. That's
this one?
Yes, that's where it is. It shouldn't matter because it's all the same power.
It can. I'll tell you a story of that off camera.
So we're gonna hit this button. They all work together because Jay wired. Ready?
Yep.
It's clear?
Yep.
Now if you hit it again, it will stop it. It won't go down the same way. It comes back. Oh no, I'm sorry. It does that. So sometimes if you hit the button the wrong way,
sometimes you might get a double press.
Right. So
yeah.
what I'm liking is that
shitty doorbell
without
buttons.
the load, you're not getting a good bang. The motor is just working. I've been in this house since 2015, and after demoing this room, this has been working since 2016-ish. And this technically, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Inside of that is such a time capsule because it's encased.
It's absolutely mint inside.
It's pristine. I don't think there's anything wrong. We'll check the button a couple more times, and then we'll put the load on it.
Yeah, I'm going to put a meter on the buttons and test for resistance in the wires. I don't think, I think that would just make it not work instead of act wacky.
We're going to hit this 2 or 3 times off camera, and I'll put the load on it.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing with the door. I will show you this. This spring mechanism right here does talk to each other because it lets the chain, like it takes the load.
Yes.
So we're going to just, take a break and we'll come back. So I don't know. I mean, I could have done this fucking Tuesday. I'm sorry if this is like a waste of time.
No, not at all. We got other stuff we could do if this ends up working.
Yeah. The problem is, I almost feel like this is going to be one of those things.
Yeah,
like, do I have
it
to
will.
Right. Am I going to have to drop the fucking case, the case every 3 weeks,
Yeah. All right. Well, it seems to be working for now.
Well, it's easier to drop the load and plug this in down than up.
Okay. So it worked again.
There's no reason it doesn't. Chain, nothing, So the worst
It sounds healthy running. It really does. It sounds perfectly healthy running. You could really chop your damn fingers off with this
Oh,
here.
you put your finger in that thing?
Forget it. And the ribs on it are sharp.
Yeah.
The edges are sharp, so they'll yep, that's gonna really hurt.
I just want to make sure.
Look at this beefy motor.
It is what it is. I don't know. I'll start rolling. I don't know if it's the load. I don't know if the door spring wore out.
Well, we're gonna see now.
I just, I don't know. I hate, if it does work, I'm happy, but I'm also skeptical.
Yes, I certainly understand.
Like, or did the motor just skip a beat? Okay, we're gonna go live. All right, well, we hooked it up all the way at the end because it's easier to do that without lifting the door. And this is where the problem started. Now, on camera, I want to just take a quick look.
Oh, I know why it's working now. Because I'm here.
Yeah, it's just like when you go to a doctor
Exactly.
and when you go to a dentist.
Yep.
Your cavity stops and your
Whatever was hurting doesn't hurt anymore.
your ankle's fixed.
Right.
I'm taking a quick look at the tracks. I'm making sure nothing's on and off. It all is the same. These are meant. Oh. That could have been a situation where it hit the track and it kind of like.
Yeah, it may have jammed, but then when you release the door from the trolley, it should have been all right.
Right, okay. So that's in. These are lower. See, these should move. See, I'm getting away from it. So that's clear. That's clear. I don't like that this is not taking a load. That would.
Well, one thing that
Economically, the middle would be loose if there's a bow in the door like this.
one thing that concerned me a little bit is the squeaky sounds that it made coming up. But I guess it always did that.
It always did that.
Okay.
You know, things come loose. You know, just because you're in a house.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just take a wrench and, you know, double check the
oomph of everything.
the oomph of everything. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna hit it a couple of times. I'll you know, make you guys enjoy it. So this is the big test because it stopped going down, not up. Everything sounds normal. Unfortunately, the very top piece does get the good boom because, again, it could be completely out of the ordinary that this thing just stopped. I don't know. We're going to hit it a couple of times. I mean, like you said, how many times a year do you press the button? 100? It's just like a car. You get it one, you know, so Jay's staring at the thing waiting for it to talk to him.
It sounds 100% healthy. Now, did you did that? Okay.
I'm sure that's not what we should be doing, but that's what the motor's for. The buttons wouldn't allow you to do that.
Well, that's what it's there for.
Right. That weird, like, arm stretch always was normal. Always used to bug me up.
I want to watch a couple other things in here if you want to run it one more time up and down.
We're going to run this shit up and down. I'm sorry that it's semi-informative. I'm sorry, YouTubers. I would love to have shown you fixing it.
Fixing it, doing something, but it doesn't appear that anything happened.
But in all reality, when you guys look this up, there's literally one video and it's just doing the same thing in someone's house. So kudos to me throwing up the second video of a All-O-Matic. I don't know if there's any date stamps.
There was one on the motor. There was some marking on the motor on that side,
Yeah,
but I couldn't read it.
Something weird. Well, here it is for you people that think that You could reverse look it up.
73338 is in here.
7338, so I'm sure it was in 1938. It's, electronics, you know, the light bulb was invented when it was invented. All right, we're gonna shoot this off. We'll conclude it later. Jay's gonna, you know, do his thing, and we have other stuff to do. But take it easy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just to rule out
I don't care.
potential. Well, let's run the door up and down one more time, because this should be. We should see something move on that. Hopefully the glasses camera's getting it.
Clear?
Go ahead, hit it. Oh yeah. And there was a bottom piece that moved also. And looking up in there at that switch thing, yeah, that definitely moves. Put it up. It definitely moved. Let's see if it stays in that position. I don't think the camera's seeing it, but I see it. It moved the other way. Okay, it just is.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
So, I mean, I'll run it a couple times. You know, we're not hurting it.
Right. I wanted to just check resistance on the buttons, just to do it.
Right.
While we're here. So let me get the meter for that.
So you know, you really want to fucking kill someone. So you put your finger in here. You hold someone, right? Fuck you! You hit it, and that would clearly.
Well, you have them just grab the pulley and it'll rip their hand to shreds.
Ooh, when it's working, get a little warmy.
It's okay. I mean, we just ran it, 3-4 times.
Sure.
So
Normally, what are the, how many times does someone come in their house? And this is ran. Not for nothing, you know me. If I don't go anywhere, this could stay closed like 3 months.
Right.
Am I really opening the door November, December when there's 2 feet of snow outside? So it just stays with power. So I want to make a hypothesis.
I'm gonna need a little
Everything you need is right in front of you, huh?
Phillips.
If you don't find a tool in here, then you shouldn't be in the here. Right here. I want to make a hypothesis. Zeus. I want to say that it's October. Things get wonky. I want to say that I don't think the door was hung up. But between the top track and maybe just a very minute case of the motor being a little bit out of whack, made it work again.
I think it was just a major case of Octember.
You can't fucking just say, what was Supreme Being? All that is holding grandmas and dads and uncles and said, hey Joe, let me give you a little thing. This thing sat with no power for a week. And then Jay comes over and magically puts his fucking bag on it, and he's like, "It works now. Testicle power." Is that still running?
The glasses cam, yeah.
Oh, great.
All right.
Yeah, see, the door doesn't like to.
This is the acuity multimeter that China sent.
I think the door is failing.
Had a video on that.
Put a wrench on there.
Let's see. Yeah, I think we should do that. We'll do that after.
What? Wrench these things down?
Yeah, just make sure everything is nice and tight. All right. Do you have the key fob?
No, it's in one of the cars.
You want to get it?
Why are you shouting at me?
You don't have to shout at me. I gotta find a place to put the damn meter. We're just going to test it, but this, because it's not going to hang anywhere. That's kind of a shame. Well, I guess I'll have to sort of one-handed, left-handed, which isn't good. First thing, I'm going to unplug just for a minute.
Just the two of us. We could fuck it if we try. Oh, sorry. Cue edit.
I have it unplugged. Press and hold one of the buttons The not on the key fob, on the wall.
Oh, okay.
I know what's connected and what's not. I
Press
wired
and-
this up.
Press and hold.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Do the same with the other.
Just the two of
We
us.
had a about 2.5 or so.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah, same resistance. Okay. So we'll
What's it called? Something that resistance?
yeah.
You still want this light on? It's helping you?
Leave it for now.
Right.
I guess we'll plug in. There's no way that. Is there enough slack on this wire? There is.
You want to plug that? Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
light.
just for a minute. It'll just make it easier for the. Because I just want to zap this with 120 without activating the unit. There we go. So now,
Press the key fob. Or the button.
let me get on there. Press the key fob. Well, wait. Okay, it's 14 now. Go ahead. Yeah, it's working. Less resistance through that, so that's good.
I'm assuming hitting the button back to normal, or is this one of those series? It wouldn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's
But
right.
if you keep it the same.
Right now, theoretically, as far as the car alarm is concerned, with the flashing on the light there, it thinks the door is closed, but it doesn't make a difference. We can reset that easy.
Right.
So, I mean, in fact, you could do it now just by hitting it again. It'll put it.
Well, no, I did hit it. I hit it twice.
Yeah, hit it one more time. Right, now it's off, so it's not armed theoretically, but it doesn't matter because we're going to unplug it now and plug it back where it's supposed to go. So there's no resistance or wiring problem to it, and why it now works is going to be a matter of Octember. That is all it could possibly be.
The other one.
No, the light was plugged back here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's mimic what I did. Because, like, what I did was like this. Like, that's what I did. So let's
That's
mimic
fine.
that, just
Okay.
in case maybe it hit something and it didn't like it.
Right.
All right. So we can use this button, right?
Sure. So for those of you who may have missed the car alarm turned garage door opener series, this was out of my old Chevy years ago, and I still had the wiring diagram for it, and we just hooked it up to the power door lock pulse, and instead of hitting whatever for the power door locks, it runs right over and sends power to this relay, and that shorts two contacts. The garage door opener has two contacts that need to be shorted for it to operate, just a momentary, like a push button, and magic, it works. And then we went fancy and put a little LED on there I soldered on, and
I have
a little
question.
beeper for fun.
I have a question.
Okay.
When I moved in, I was given a button and an instruction booklet that shows the schematics of this.
Right.
I didn't look for it. I might have even thrown the button out, which is so stupid, but let's just say I did it. I put batteries in it. I know, 9 volt. And I think you looked at it briefly, like the first year or two. We never really. And you said that if that dropped or somebody did, like.
I remember
it didn't work.
Right.
So why wouldn't it not work if theoretically this is like a time capsule? Because it dropped and maybe got like a
the
full solder joint?
the remote
Yeah,
itself,
big
somebody
round-
dropped or something, or the other thing that could have happened is the capacitors in that, for the old school wireless transmission, whatever they used, could have drifted out. That's normal?
No, but I never noticed it because it's always you always leave.
Okay. That could be normal because there certainly wasn't a relay to operate it.
Well, that's why the screw was loose.
Yeah, we'll fix that. Like I said, I want to put a wrench on these nuts here. Just make sure they're tight, just in case. They should be perfect, but we should do that along the track and that. So yeah, the old school wireless transmission, whatever they used,
Right,
it may have drifted out. You know, in other words, you want your radio on 106.7 and the transmitter is at 105.3. Not going to pick up what you want it to.
Right. I might have thrown it out during my little, like...
Chatalian escapade.
Right, during your little, right. You get a little like, what is this? This doesn't work, bye. The booklet I didn't throw out, because that's just the schematics. That shows you straight up this, you know, nice way of it being wired. And you're going to just say your opinion?
My opinion is Octember.
I don't like, that's not an official opinion. That's like a doctor saying, well, your tooth looks fine now, but tomorrow, call me.
No, that's what it is. It's Octember. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Well,
Absolutely none.
Well, now that we made a video and documented it and looked at it, anything further would be just, okay, Joe, let's just take the cap off, pull the car out.
Right, the problem is I'm going to have to sit down and look at the schematic because this capacitor is 3-wire and the one that I brought in case was 2-wire.
Case and turn, you know.
I brought this acuity meter just because it was handy. I've used the Harbor Freight one. I thought we were going to measure for just using the beeper on it, but I figured the resistance would be a better test, so that's that. And it just stays in the box. Of course, you take the battery out so it doesn't leak in it. It can leak next to it, you know. And happy crazy Gumby Gold.
This door could have been installed a lot better, but I guess that's normally the conclusion.
Yeah.
Everything.
The only way it could be right is if you do it yourself.
It's all loose, but I don't want to over tighten it because I don't know what, like, is there a piece of meat back here? Is it just sitting in? Yeah, I don't want to spin it. Yeah, see the spins?
Yeah.
See? So it's like, whatever factory thing is in there, it's almost like spinning out of control.
Once you use your drill, you could strip it out.
That's what the fucking guy used to install it.
I'll bet he did.
You paid someone to install it, and then all of a sudden, the biggest problem was learning how to use that spring. That could kill you.
Oh yeah.
I watched him do it. It was like a tire tool. It's like they rolled it up or down. Well, they had to roll it down, and then he put this gets loosened, and he puts something in. He goes 1, 2, something like that. And it was very utilitarian. It was
That
like,
spring is under a tremendous amount of tension.
went down, right? Down or up?
When it's down, it's under tension because you bring the door down, loads the spring or something.
Something. All I know is that they do make a different garage door that's more expensive. Someone had it. It goes on the left or the right, and it uses this shaft, and you put an extender, and it goes. It's like, it looks like a pump, sideways, like air pump for like air ride, and it connects to the shaft. You take off this thing, whichever side is convenient, and it's like a vacuum container, and you hit the button, and it actually latches onto this shaft and turns the door that way.
Huh.
There are, because people with clearance problems, mechanics, this is a lot of real estate. So
yes.
if you can imagine taking this whole thing down, taking this light down, if you're in a car, if you need to lift it, what is this, 12, 6, 8 inches? That could be the difference of taking a tire off. So they make these things, that would have been another option if this ever fails. But then I think it's expensive because it's,
If you march yourself through the door to take a shit, that would be something different. But anyway, once Joe farts, that's going to be the end of the video. There's really no sense in continuing this, so you see it operate one more time. Let those fumes out of here.
And yeah, see, I don't have a hole here, and I don't
Right.
have a hole there. So the top of this track for the conclusion moves, and this, which is the most flexible part,
Well,
this is supposed to go in and out, and it's great. It does now, but when it's first rolling, I feel like it got caught. I don't know if you caught that right.
well, if you're just looking to anchor it to that, why not just get a center punch and drill it? Because the door is never going to come up to that. Just get a center punch, drill it, and put a nut and bolt in.
Yeah,
I think that would be...
This side has no meat.
No, it's got meat. You
Oh, you mean, yeah.
drill right through there.
That's another thing right now. It gets messy.
Right. Don't want a trophy. Fucking... Oh. Right.
Alright, we're gonna brush this outside.
Yep, it's got many years of stuff. Alright, so that's going to do it for this.
This black stuff, you could catch that.
That's rubber dust.
That's the rubber dust. The only thing I could ever think of is at one point, maybe it was changed. Maybe, but if not...
Belt looks to be in very good shape, so... Anyway, that's going to do it for this. Yep, the light did that same flicker out thing, so that's just how the Chinametronics in it, Americatronics in it worked. Yeah, we're going to have to chalk it up to Octember because it's working 100% perfectly now. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit like. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike twice. Make sure to smash the subscribe button while you're at it. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.